Yo, 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 what is up? What is up? What is going on? What's up? Jordy, what's going on? Jordy in the building. Make sure you hit that like, man, for your boy. Rashad, what's up? What's up? Looking good with the Devontae right there. It is almost time, gentlemen. It is almost time. And it's about that time. And check this out, guys. Oh, man. Yesterday, shout out to Philly Fuego, Vic3 in the building, and Mr. Uncensored, for doing the live stream yesterday on the vaunted and the most hated team in the NFL, the Dallas Cowgirls versus the Tampa Bay Bucks over there yesterday. And boy, was it a doozy. And boy, man, I just got me a nice glass of those cowboy tears. And oh man, shout out to Mickey Mouse. But let me get a sip of those cowboy tears. Jesus Christ. Woo. Ugh. Ugh. Woo. But boy, oh boy. Cry me a river. Shout out to Timberlake, man. Cry me a river. Jesus. Man, there's so many excuses. So many excuses that the book of excuses needs to add more pages. It's like it's a never-ending story with the excuses, and we're going to get into it. And if there's any Cowboy fans, any of the Cowboy content creators out there, I'm going to post the link right now. Please join, and we got some talking to do. We're not gonna. We'll keep the hate to a low. We'll still keep it cordial. But I got some problems and some questions that I need answering that I'm getting from these Cowboy fans. But let me get to it real quick. Let me post this link real fast. Hold on I'm gonna get to you guys in the chat right now. Give me a second. Let's see. Let me copy. Let me go to my page real quick. Come on, you could do this, Birdman. My page real quick. All right. I'm going to paste it right now. All right. The link should be up. I'm going to pin the message. There we go. Let me get to the comments real quick. Hey, Boys for Life, if you got some time, man, join if you can. I know it's Friday, but I know you're on with Philly Notion earlier. Olaf, Facebook user, make sure you approve StreamYard so we can see who it is. Devontae Smith here. Didn't I call it? I did pick the Cowboys, but the game was close and it was almost by 3. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like for some reason, Cowboys just like it's right there for the taking, and you give it right back. So there's a lot to be said right there. Intro is so Omani. What does that mean, Omani? I'm going to Philadelphia Saturday. I'm gonna hit the Eagle store and give me a Devontae Smith jersey and some Eagle stuff. Yeah, that'd be dope, man. Send us if you have any other social media, post them up, man. Umami? What is that? What is that word? What is this? What is that? All right. Further AM. What is up, my guy? Let's see. Got you. Let me get Further AM right here. Let's see. Where is that? Don't tell me it's not. Oh, yeah.
Attention. Attention. We're looking for the chick with big boobs.
Yeah, we are ready to do you now.
Oh, there he is. Let me know when are you gonna be on video or just mic? Oh, you actually can't hear me, but hold on.
Hey, I'm just gonna be on just the mic.
That's all good, bro. Hey, big play. Give me a couple minutes if you can.
What I
Uh,
was getting at was the
yeah,
other day on your stream, I was like, the Cowboys are going to win by 3 because everyone had the Cowboys being blown out, and I was like, it's not going to be a blowout. It's going to be a close game, and I'm going to pick the Cowboys because that's my team. But either way, the Bucks won, the Cowboys won. The game was close, and it put a lot of people on edge. And I guarantee you were on the edge of your seat because you thought the Cowboys were going to pull this off.
yeah. I had Tampa winning 34-21, and I think it could have been there. It was close to being there. What helped you guys was that dude. You see that injury to a homie in that corner, dude. I mean, Lord God, dude. I think his bone popped out of the skin. Did you see that,
Yeah, no, I saw it. I
dude?
was, I was when they showed it in slow motion, I was like, oof,
Uh,
oof,
yeah,
oof, oof, oof.
yeah. I saw someone slow moed it and zoomed in on it, and I seen. I don't even want to think. I'm gonna throw up, dude. That shit was
Yeah, but
disgusting.
even with that injury, I mean, we were still moving the ball up and down the field like there was no problem. The only problem we had was running, and that's because they had the number one rushing defense last year. And the fact that we held up against that line without Zach Martin, when everyone said we had no chance without him, and everyone was saying Dak's going to be on his back because there's no way they can stop that O line. I mean, there's no moral victories at all, but that's a victory right there because Dak only got touched once. I mean, well, he only got sacked once. That's it.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is the corner that was injured was that their is that their best corner? Is that their number one corner?
I don't know if he's their number one corner, but their secondary is pretty good. Like it's real good.
Okay, well we'll see.
So
Even if he's a two, I mean the Cowboys. They took advantage of the the wounded right there. I mean, rightfully so. If someone goes down, Dak Prescott has to do, he has to get this team, on his back, and he's got to attack the weaknesses. So, they did what they were supposed to do at the end of the day. I thought the defense on Tampa played very slow and sluggish. I mean, some of the throws that Dak was doing, like the first, I think you guys were pinned back at the 2 in the beginning, and he just kind of lobbed it up there, and it looked like it was just in the air for 5 seconds. And I was like, what is that? The defense just looked like they didn't know what they were doing for a minute there. So there was
yeah, they
some
look like there was a lot of confusion there on the
right.
defensive side with all the motion that the Cowboys were doing. And when you see the replay, I think it was Lamb who caught the ball, or Cooper. It was one of Lamb or Cooper, either one.
Right.
He was wide open, like no one was covering him.
Yeah,
No one.
and
The safety was on the other side of the field, running across to come get him. Like there was, there was a lot of confusion on the other side of the ball with all the motion that was going on.
let me ask you something.
Oh, so check this
Go ahead.
out. I just got it across my screen. Leo Collins got a 5-game
Oh yeah,
suspension
what is
for
that?
performance enhancing. Huh?
No, that happened just right now.
I just got it. I just got it across my phone right now.
Oh shit. Oh, what the hell, dude? Are you kidding me?
So we're gonna have our right tackle
For 5 games.
against y'all.
Isn't that weird? You lose one, you gain one.
Yeah.
You get Dak's coming back, and then now Collins is out.
Yep.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
is
but we can move. We can move probably Zach Martin to tackle, and keep Connor McGovern. Which I wasn't surprised about how well Connor McGovern held his own last night. I wasn't surprised at all because I've been wanting him to start over Connor Williams for the longest time. But they're not going to do that because of where they drafted Connor Williams. So, I mean, I was excited about our line. I really was. Like Vita Vea, Sanu.
for the most part, your line did pretty good. But props to Big V, dude. I was watching Baldy's breakdowns on Instagram. He was showcasing you know what's crazy, because I was looking for Mika, or I don't know, I call him Mika, but Micah. I kind of didn't hear his name too much, but that could be because of the commentaries. But looking at the movement that he was doing, you really didn't notice, because of when he was doing his plays, it was just some of the things you didn't see the tackle from him, but what he was causing was disruption, especially with you guys basically shut down Fournette, and I was getting pissed because he's on my damn fantasy, and they were just holding him down, dude. It is funny because I had Fournette and Amari Cooper, and I was gonna speak to Amari Cooper. So Amari, if you guys don't have Amari Cooper, because I know the rumors are out there that he's getting old and blah da 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 whatever, but he's like still Mr. Reliable. If you guys did not have Amari Cooper on the field last night, maybe thinking you guys gave a trade up or something to get a nice first round pick or something like that. If Amari Cooper does not play, do you guys win or do you come close to winning that game yesterday if Amari's not on your team?
I don't know. It just depends. I mean, Gallup went out halfway. We're going to be without Gallup for 3 to 5 weeks.
What happened on the field? Was it off the field?
Who, Gallup?
Yeah, because what they said it's a calf.
Yeah, it's a calf strain. I guess he did it, while he was during the game. I don't know. I don't know specifically which game? Play.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just know that he's out 3 to 5 weeks, and then now Leo Collins. But I don't know. It all depends. I mean, CeeDee Lamb, aside from those drops that he had, he was getting open. Like he had separation. Like there was no tomorrow. Like there was when Dak threw it into that triple coverage, he threw CeeDee Lamb open because he put it in the spot where only CeeDee could catch it, and CeeDee short armed it, and that's when the ball tip drill happened.
Yeah. Shout out to Nikki. Shout out to Richie. Everybody that's tuned in for their AM. Thank you so much, and I appreciate Boys for Life coming in because I was asking for a Cowboys content creator, and make sure you guys sub them up. Do me a favor. Parsons different when. Oh yeah. Okay. So speaking of Micah, so he was doing things on the interior with the D line, right? Pushing up, making it hard for Tom Brady to get comfortable and all that. But the problem that I think I see with Micah was like the passing. Looks like he was kind of like open in space, and he kind of was losing his footing. So, do you think that's going to be his weakness, or you just think that maybe he just kind of just had a bad day with when it came to the passing?
Well, you gotta understand, Micah's a rookie, and he's going against Tom Brady.
Right.
And two, every time I didn't see him get lost when the play was straight up, but every time it was a play action or something with a running back, with us being so bad in the past at stopping the run, our linebackers have to react to come up to help. So once you react and you come up to help, that leaves all that space open. So let's say you're doing a play action, those linebackers come up to help the line to try to stop that run, right? Well, then that leaves the middle wide open.
How do you feel about the other linebacker? I forgot his nickname. I think it was you guys are calling him like the Wolfman or something like that.
Oh, I didn't see Van Der Esch too much, and I didn't hear about Jalen Smith too much either. It was all about I heard Parsons' name so much last night.
Right.
I really didn't hear too much about anybody else. But I was happy with what I saw. I really was, even though we lost. I'm upset that we lost because of course I want to win. I want to win every game, even though I know that's not realistic. But at the end of the day, from what I saw on the field and what everyone said we were going to look like are two completely different things. So I was excited. And if we continue to play the way we did, I honestly think that, I'm sorry to say, but the NFC East is going to be the Cowboys. If we continue, our defense looked a hell of a lot better. 4 turnovers. I know there was a Hail Mary out there, but you have 2 forced fumbles and tip drill. You know what I mean? So our defense played a hell of a lot better.
That's the thing too, is that with those turnovers, you guys got to capitalize. I don't know what's going to happen with the kicker if he's going to see. The thing is that you kind of hate it when it's in the kicker's hands. I'm not gonna say it's totally on him, but like when you need those 3 points, you need the damn 3 points. Do you think that
Oh,
this is
I
going to
understand
be? Yeah. Do you think that this is going to be some ongoing problems, like a game here, a game there, where he just kind of off? Because we had a lot of trouble with Elliott, and he cost us at least 3 games where he just wasn't in field goals. So, what do you think about it? You think he just cleans this up, or he's going to have at least maybe 5 more games where he's missing like some crucial field goals?
Well, like I said in Notions stream, he's coming off back surgery. He's
Yeah.
coming off back surgery, and he is. If you look at his career, he's a 90%. He's 90% accurate. So, well, he's 89 point something. So I'm just rounding up to 90. But either way, um, I think he's the way he is right now because he didn't get that time in preseason.
Okay.
We didn't see him at all in preseason. So I think once he starts to get his feet up under him, he'll be all right.
So realistically, how long are you going to give Greg the leg? How much time are you going to give him to like, sort of clean up his act? I
He
know.
had those back issues, didn't he?
Yeah, that's Slay.
I don't know. I don't know how long we plan on giving him. I don't even
Yeah.
know how long I'm going to be planning on giving him. To me, I think that those points or relying on Greg shouldn't have even made a difference because out of those 4 turnovers, 3 meaningful ones, we came away with 3 points. We left straight up 21 points basically on the field.
There were some throws that Dak did where they could have been potential picks. What do you think went wrong with right there? What was it? Was it on
Well,
Dak?
where he was
Yeah.
where he was throwing the ball, where there were potential picks, he thought the receiver was going to do something different than what they did.
All right. So more or less, just the connection is just off right now. I mean, because
Yeah.
if you think about it, this is sort of preseason-ish. I mean, you could say no, it's not, but realistically, it is because Dak didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, he practiced. Don't get me wrong, he practiced, but I know he wanted. You could watch Hard Knocks, and he wanted to be out there. So, more or less, he got his time in last night. So you got to be happy with. He did move out of the pocket. I believe like a few times. Was it like normal Dak? But you got to remember he's still kind of adjusting his weight a little bit. But he did enough
Yeah.
to where he's not going to cause injury because I think the commentaries were saying that they don't want him, like if they jump on him, they don't want to, the defender to put weight on his shoulder at all and then throw him down. So Dak's got to be very wary of that and not take. You don't want no defender basically putting their weight on him and then taking him down. So he's going to just either have to take the hit, a real quick hit, or just throw it away, or kind of just like what he did. And he did do that. Dak's usually pretty good at just living to play another day. And that's kind of where I need to see Jalen Hurts the same, like.
Yeah, the only thing that I saw with Dak that he needs to realize is throw the ball away. He took a sack that took us straight out of field goal range. And then I think we got a penalty the very next play that was a holding play that took us 10 more yards back. So, and we weren't even close to field goal range. So I think if Dak doesn't take that sack, we kick another field goal, and now we win by 1 point.
Right. Now,
but that's just you what?
Further AM, he's saying don't understand the reason for stop giving the ball to Elliott for the first quarter. He's in savage mode. Now,
I can tell you why.
Let me ask. Hold on, let me ask. Boys for Life. Now, do you think that Mike McCarthy already had this like in the strategy book how they were gonna go against Tampa because of the run heavy defense? Do you think they were just more okay? We're just gonna not. We're gonna. I know they faked it to Zeke a lot and then just threw the pass. Do you think that was on the fly or that before they went into this game that this is what the plan was all along?
I don't know if this was what the plan was all along, but what you saw a lot of in that first half, you saw a lot of blitzing. Now imagine you're trying to run and you got this blitz coming at you. You're gonna get stopped because they're that it's going to get stopped. So I think they just decided to keep passing and do those short passes because they were also blitzing so much, which allowed our receivers to get open quick, and we were able to move the ball down the field. So I feel like it was. I don't know if it was planned that way for Dak to throw that much,
Yeah.
but with with us connecting the way we were throwing the ball, I think they just said let it ride and let's just see what we can do.
Do you think? Now, I was asking myself this question. I honestly believe that you guys could have put the game away and just killed the clock there at the end. Why do you think that didn't happen? Where you could just, you gotta feed the beast and just kill that clock. Why do you think the approach was different?
I don't
To
know.
get
I couldn't tell you. I felt like there was times where we could have ran the clock out
right.
too myself in the first half and the second half, but I really don't know why.
And to me, as a if I was a Dallas fan, I'd be very pissed about it because like we've already you guys already been through that ringer where you give a quarterback time. Aaron Rodgers and when he was down there in AT&T, and you gave him I don't know how much time it was left, but it was kind of like similar shit. Like, do you think how does that make you feel, man? Does that make you feel like kind of those woes of just doing some dumb shit at the end? Or you think that was just, just a dumb mistake yesterday?
No, what I feel is just it's just we got to stop them. That's it. That's all it comes down to. You got to stop. You got to make plays. And I feel our defense, even though they're a lot better than what they were last year, I just feel when it comes to critical times, clutch times, we don't make the plays.
So you more or less just want the defense to just cut the shit and just stop it all around. Don't let no one drive.
Yeah, like I mean, I want to know going into the game that I know I know that they're gonna get yards, they're gonna get make plays, but
Right.
it's not on a consistent basis. Like I want to know that my defense is a shutdown defense, and they're tough to score on.
Right. And I will say that Tampa did play a lot of ugly football. A lot of mistakes were made. But man, they were just giving you guys enough mistakes where you guys should have took the dub. But then you
Oh,
guys
I
made
know,
your own mistakes too. So it was like,
I
damn,
know.
dude. It's kind of like Green Bay, when Aaron Rodgers lost to Tom Brady, dude. Tom Brady had 3 interceptions and he still lost, dude. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, and that was my thing. Like everyone was giving Dallas no shot, and I'm over here like, well, look at what happened in the playoffs last year because y'all were giving them no shot because it's Tom Brady, it's the Bucks. They're returning all their starters, and look how hot they got at the end. There, they won the Super Bowl. They're in their stadium. Blah blah blah. I was like, well, look at who they played. They played Washington, who has a good defense. They played the Saints in the second round, where the Saints were actually dominating them into the second half. And then the same thing with the Packers. The Packers basically did what the Cowboys did yesterday. Like the Packers were dominating, but yet they couldn't win. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like the the Bucks took advantage of the mistakes of the other teams, which is why they won. The Cowboys didn't take advantage of the mistakes of what the Bucks did last night, and that's why they lost.
Yeah. I mean, of course, like, the moral victory and all that, like, but the good thing for Cowboy fans right now is that, Dak, throwing that many yards and all that, there's not too much to fear. Of course he's going to clean up. Like I said, that was like a preseason game for him, to me. And,
Yeah,
I could say the same thing about Tampa, but, Tampa was very up and down last year. I mean, I think there was a game where they only scored 3 points. I forgot who it was, but they looked like dog, man. But they did enough to get the playoffs. The whole COVID thing was last year was very weird, man. So this is a new thing to have fans in there. This is just like maybe 2 years back. So hopefully, the only thing I'm worried about, like as a fan of the NFL, is like, if someone gets COVID and a forfeit happens, this is just going
yeah,
to be very weird for fantasy. and then there's no game to watch. It's going to be very
So
odd.
before I take off, I want to know your thoughts on one thing. So we have, this is my thing. This is what I find funny because I know the way Eagles video make content creators were last night because I was watching a few of them while I was watching the game. A lot of their faces had this zombie look on it, like I can't believe the Cowboys are hanging in this much with the Bucks because I know if it was a blowout, every video maker and their mama would have been making videos on the Cowboys today of how they got blown out, and y'all all would have been laughing at us. But that didn't happen, and I haven't seen videos from hardly anybody talking bad about the Cowboys. My question is, come Sunday, if y'all were to lose to the Falcons, what are your feelings like? What are your feelings going to be like if y'all were to lose? Because y'all are so hyped right now, thinking that y'all are just going to roll in to Atlanta and destroy Atlanta with your team.
I'll be fine with the loss, just depending on the way we lost. If it's like a real competitive game, like how you guys threw up, I mean, yeah, there's no moral victories. But the thing is that I'm most excited to see what the hell, what does Jalen look like, dude? I'm really anxious for it, and because look, in all honesty, if this thing works out and Mr. Hertz is, our answer, and we don't have to go looking for another damn quarterback and all that nonsense, I would love to see Jalen Hurts versus Dak Prescott, at their best. And just in a matter of, was it 3 weeks, two or three more weeks, we're gonna find that answer. And if Jalen Hurts can go pound for pound with Dak Prescott or be close to it, I'm gonna be very happy, and I think the rivalry is gonna get even hotter. I mean, yeah, you're gonna want your team to just beat the hell out of the other team, but I'm more of being competitive. Like I don't want to see just a team just getting. Of course, it happens. A team's gonna not just show up, but the thing is, I want to see how competitive is this. Is this all talk with Jalen, or is he the real deal and really wants to be the captain of his ship and ride this thing? And I'm hoping that's the way it is. So if we go to Atlanta and we stink them to join and come up with 12 points, I'm gonna be very pissed off because that means that this whole coaching thing, they just did not show up. Now, of course, we're gonna give them more chances and all that, but if it's very competitive and we beat Atlanta, I'll be excited. Now, am I gonna be like, oh, we're NFC East champs now? We're gonna be no, I'm not gonna do that. We still got a lot of work to do here, but of course, Dallas has a little bit more, pressure on them because you got Dak has been with you guys. Is it 4 years now or 5?
5.
5 years, and your window of success with Dak is like I think it's at its pinnacle right now. I would say it's halfway there. So, it's hard to keep everybody together, for years. Amari. Luckily you have CD Lamb, so you got him for 5+. Gallup, I'm not too sure. What did you think about Barwin yesterday? How did you think he performed?
Who?
Your tight end, Barwin?
Oh, Blake Jarwin.
Blake Jarwin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blake.
I wish he gave me more fantasy points. That's all I gotta say.
I think he was kind of quiet.
He did all right.
Yeah, Blake Jarwin and Dalton Schultz. Yep.
He did all right. I mean,
A little quiet.
we didn't see a lot of them too much, but
Right.
if he makes that block for Zeke strolls in, and that's 6 points. And we're not talking about how the Cowboys lost. We're talking about how the Cowboys won.
Yeah, I noticed that they used Schultz more than Jarwin yesterday.
Yeah.
They were using Schultz more, and I'm a little surprised because I thought Jarwin was your guy.
No, Schultz showed that he could play last year. So I'm happy with Schultz. I'm very happy with Schultz. Schultz is more of a guy who can block and catch, and Jarwin is more your vertical threat downfield. So
I did call that. I didn't think they were going to let the Golden Boy lose on his grand old Thanos night with all his damn rings. I knew they were gonna find some way. And I seen some TikTokers zooming in on the ref's mouse on some of the plays, and I was like, it's very suspicious activity going on in here. But Tom Brady,
tell me this.
Tell
me this.
Yeah.
On when it was 13-14, and this is gonna be my last question, and I'm gonna take off. But when it was 13-14, and Dak threw that ball and it was tipped, and then I guess it was number 54, the linebacker for Tampa, takes his helmet off at the 8-yard line and slams his helmet down. I'm like, where is the fucking penalty? Because that is a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah.
Like,
that's like a.
I guess if it's any other team that Tom Brady's not on, it's a flag. But since it was.
Yeah.
Bro, there was an offensive pass interference at the end of the game that cost Dallas the game, in my opinion. I don't know if y'all saw that offensive pass interference. That cost them the game. I want to say that cost them the game.
The OPI on Chris Godwin that wasn't there.
Yes,
There was
I mean, the extension of the arm. I mean,
there was no extension. It was
even
like
the ref in the arm, and you can see him on the replay.
It was a bump of an elbow.
Extending the arm and pushing off Jordan Lewis. You can actually see him extend that arm.
Yeah.
And even the ref up in the booth said it's a OPI. So
yeah, and you knew that the refs were gonna let them fight it out or whatever because they don't want to be part of that. Especially remember when the Rams and Saints game that the Rams player totally knocks out the Saints player and the ref just looked away. It was gonna be that same.
That was like a lot more obvious.
They were not gonna let the golden boy, the golden child of the NFL, take that loss. I just freaking knew it. And then when I seen that minute 30 left, I was like, Jesus Christ, it's already set up. It was just like he's just gonna punt it in, and like on golf and stuff, and get just walk in the park. But it was close, man. It was close.
I know it's only game one, but I kind of want to say I told you so about Dallas. I told every single one on this panel. I mean, except for Boys of Life because he's a Cowboys fan. I said they would keep this game close, and y'all heard me say it. I even told Birdman, JC, every Eagles content creator it's going to be a close game, and I still think the Tampa would have won. But I said Cowboys defense wouldn't be as bad as last year, and they're looking a lot better. They're causing more turnovers. They look more chippy. And why is Dan Quinn not on the sidelines?
You want a bird's eye view.
Why is he not on the sidelines anyway?
All right, guys, I'm going to head out of here. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you stopping by, man.
Yes, sir. I'm out. Later.
All right, peace.
Peace out.
Shout out to Lindy, man. How you been, brother? Are you in the new location?
No, not yet.
No?
No. Our closing date on the house is the 28th. So we're just waiting for the appraisal to go through, and once we get the okay to sign the papers, we'll be on our way.
Yeah, it'll be exciting, man. A whole new world.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
I'll have a permanent place for my studio, my channel behind me.
Shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. Bird Gang 31. Yeah, we know Cowboys defense is trash. Ref and Booth is paid by Jerry Jones. But unfortunately, it didn't work, right? Always somebody else's fault, Dallas. Right, Nikki? How did the third place team in the worst division play the Super Bowl champs? Answer is Jerry Jones, right? Someone's got to pay for that damn helicopter. You saw him flying in Hard Knocks around the stadium 20 times. Live stream open house, yes, sir. So let me ask you guys right now. Of course, Slay's calling that he expected this from Dallas and all that.
I did. I called it.
But Lindy, or let me ask Lindy first. I think we've kind of seen Dallas play like that, right? They've had games like that. But the thing is, did they do enough to change my fear of like them being these, on the road? See, the thing is, it's not so much winning this division. It's like you got to go above and beyond. We've already been in the playoffs, the championship. We went to the bowl a few years ago. But the thing is, if you're a Dallas fan, your expectation is just not the damn division. Is this team, is the Dallas ready to take the next level to be in the NFC Championship? You guys tell me right now.
They were already pretty close. I think in Dak's rookie year with Dak and Zeke, the game was pretty reminiscent to me of that 2016 divisional playoff game where they lost by a field goal with Mason Crosby when the Green Bay Packers beat them, and Aaron Rodgers hit Jared Cook on that nasty pass, keeping his just the tip of his toes in bounds, and just another like a game-winning drive there. So through that, I mean, yeah, we've already seen Dallas in that position, but again, that was the rookie year of Dak and Zeke, and now that they're established, I am worried on how the run game of the Cowboys is going to be moving forward. Both offenses weren't able to run the ball yesterday, and that's a little bit concerning, especially and yeah, we can say that Dallas did not have Zach Martin yesterday, and it looks like they're losing Lyle Collins for 5 games due to a substance abuse sort of thing, and Michael Gallup is now going to be out 3 to 5 weeks because of a calf strain, I think. So I mean, that's 2 critical pieces right there. That's going to be gone. So some other guys are going to step up, but with that said, this was week 1 of the regular season. Dallas was put under one of the biggest spotlights going into this year, playing the defending Super Bowl champs on, in a hostile environment, even though there was some pretty loud Cowboys fans there. Every time Amari Cooper caught the ball, all you heard was "coo." They were pretty well in attendance, but nonetheless, I think Dallas showed a little bit that they're probably going to be a bigger threat in our division than we thought.
But hey, Lindy, let me ask you this. Okay, so early on the game, I thought the game was already going to be over, but it just seemed like Tampa was just doing dumb things. Now I'm just gonna leave it to like it's the preseason, goosebumps or whatever it is. But they were making some dumb mistakes that were very uncharacteristic, and I thought they would have already capitalized. There was very, opportunities, and you can't keep giving Dallas short fields, man. I'm sorry, you just can't do that. So I think that they Dallas got kind of fortunate with that because you're just putting them right back in the game. Dallas did drive down. I'll give them the props on that. But the defense on Tampa, the secondary and the safety, they looked so sluggish out there. And I was watching all these breakdowns, and you could see there's like dudes were like wide open. I'm like, what are they doing? Like even that when they pinned them back on the 2, and that punter on the Tampa Bay, dude, that guy was putting in work. I hope our punter was taking notes because that's what I want to see right there. Drop that ball right there on the 2, bounce right out. But I think Tampa was just very suspect on the defense in the beginning.
Yeah, and to be fair, we did have some of those opening game jitters ourselves back in 2018. When we opened at home against the Atlanta Falcons after the whole raising the Lombardi and everything and celebrating with the fans at the Link. We did have those same sort of jitters when we just see Nick Foles go out there, and we looked a bit sluggish ourselves. And I remember one of the only plays that was able to spark something was when we ran the Philly special again, and it ended up working in that game. So I think Tampa was suffering from some of the same things, and that's something to be expected. Tom Brady goes down there, he proves Bill Belichick wrong, he gives Tampa another Lombardi, and stuff like that. But I expect we have to expect this Buccaneers team to not go through those same kind of mistakes. This is a team that kept everybody from that Super Bowl winning squad. They probably have the best chemistry in all of the National Football League to this point. So is it going to continue to be concerning if this is what's going to happen to them moving forward? Absolutely. I think they lost Murphy Bunting yesterday, so that's a big scratch to their secondary. But I think moving forward, I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, and the thing too is like Tom Brady's turning into like I don't know if it's necessarily his fault, but he's got a lot of turnovers going on now. Even when he played against Green Bay last playoff, 3 turnovers, and he still won the game. Like, geez, I mean,
none of those turnovers were his fault.
I mean, they're not technically his fault, but
the interception in the end zone was a Hail Mary, and two, the other one was a tip pass where I think his target was Chris Godwin, and he should have caught it.
Right.
So
What's up with Evans? Did you see Evans? He was playing. He couldn't catch nothing. I thought that was Nelson Aguilar. He was horrible yesterday, Mike Evans. I feel sorry for anybody who had Mike Evans because he was horrible yesterday.
I mean, Mike only seemed to have appeared in spurts of the first half, and then I don't think you really seen him the rest of the game.
Well, that's what they do. That's what Tampa does. They rotate between Godwin and Evans to see who gets more touches, and then the guy that looks worse, they normally go to the other guy. That's basically what they do every game. They play those guys.
And if we think about it, it seems that that's something that Sirianni is going to want to do. That we hope that offense, how the offense is going to eventually be constructed. Like how many years now have we wanted like that kind of three-headed monster at the receiver position, where all of them are deep threats, or the majority of them are very good route runners that the defense is going to have to put a massive respect on. And I would not be surprised if Devontae Smith on Sunday does see a little bit of double coverage, depending on how well he damages that Falcon secondary. If he continues to get open, they're going to have to pay attention to him. And then that's when I want to see guys like Quez Watkins and Jalen Reagor getting open, or utilize the tight ends. So we're in a very good position there. But yeah, I mean, and going back to the turnovers, that's crazy how, Dallas won the turnover battle and they still lost.
Right.
Especially seeing, I think, what was it? Ronald Jones got, he got the ball poked out from him. I forget who it was that poked it out. I can't remember.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
I was going to say it was either DeMarcus Lawrence or Jalen Smith. I couldn't remember.
Now I like this game, the Chargers versus Dallas, because I think, I actually think it's kind of weird to say, but I think Herbert is right up there with Tom Brady as far as being a QB. I think that he can just sling the rock. I think this is going to be very competitive because a lot of Dallas fans are thinking that this is a walk in the park, and I'm not so sure about that. Especially this is the Chargers home opener in LA.
I don't think anyone's picking Dallas in this game. Honestly, I think everyone's going to be going.
I mean, but seriously, listen to the Dallas. I mean, even Boys for Life, he says that they have it easy for the next 8 games, that they don't have any quarterbacks that are like any winners or anything. But I'm like, dude, you got a division game coming up pretty soon, and that's not going to be a walk in the park. I mean, we got to play some horrible football. But usually when we're underdogs going into Jerry's world, we bring it. We're bringing it no matter what. We don't care who's on the field. When it's a division game, we fight. It doesn't matter. Records aside, it's that game that day and who's going to bring it. And we always get those bad calls in Jerry's world, going back to when that Goddard hit, that damn ball. They said that there was no clear recovery, which is bullshit. We all know that. But the thing is, we are prepared for battle. But I don't think the Chargers is going to be a walk in the park for the Dallas fans. I think Herbert has a lot to prove, and of course, there's going to. I'm pretty sure it's going to be televised. So he's going to want to look good on TV. He wants to get a contract, guys. Dak got his contract, so this man he didn't get paid yet, Herbert, right? No,
it's his first year. He's not getting paid yet.
So he's trying to get paid. Yeah, he wants to get paid. So I don't think it's necessarily a walk in the park. I think it's going to be a very good game, and Dallas could very well be facing 0-2. I mean, can you imagine 0-2? And then you're going to face the Eagles on Monday night. They're going to have a lot of pressure because they don't want to lose that game on Monday night, especially to Jalen Hurts. As much crap they've been saying about our boy Jalen Hurts, if Jalen Hurts, that's an upset right there, guys. I don't think no one has us winning that game. There's no way Vegas has us winning that game, or just we're the underdog, and we don't. That's just the way it is. So
yeah.
One thing we noticed yesterday.
Yeah.
For Dallas, Amari Cooper was their best receiver, and he showed up on the road.
Bro, that dude, I swear to God, I can't.
Yeah, and I have him on my
I
fantasy.
bench him once. I bench him once in fantasy, and he does good. I can't stand that dude. That's
But-
why I think he's so overrated. Like, oh
If
my
that continues to happen, we can't say that this year.
holy
He
hell!
was, he was the best receiver for the Cowboys yesterday.
Amari
Season
does
was intense.
disappear though in weird times.
Amari drops a lot. Cooper, that's his nickname still.
He disappeared.
We'll see.
But I was asking Boys for Life, if you guys don't have Amari, are you guys winning that game yesterday? Or, well, I mean, making it that close of a game, and I think not, dude. I think they would be down by double digits for sure if Amari's not there. If it was just CeeDee Lamb and Gallup, I don't think that's enough. They have to have that trifecta in there. Now Gallup is out, so the next guy's got to step it up. I think his name's Wilson or something like that.
Cedric Wilson, he's super
Cedric Wilson.
underrated. He is super underrated. It like anytime Dallas like uses him, he does good for them.
Okay.
So a lot of people may have him in their fantasy leagues. I wouldn't pick him. I wouldn't pick him up personally because they're playing the Chargers, and the Chargers.
Mitchie, what are you talking about? Nick Foles, not the QB after Super Bowl, was he?
Yeah,
He was. He
Nick
was.
started for 2
beginning?
games.
Yeah.
And then they
He
brought
played against the Bucks and Washington, I believe.
No, he opened up against the
Falcons.
Falcons, and then week 2 was against Tampa, where we couldn't stop Deshaun Jackson.
And then week 3 was Indy.
Make sure you guys go sub up Lindy. Well, both these guys. Make sure you guys do that, and Nest Out West as well.
Superstar.
How many
Birdman is a superstar.
How many swing passes y'all see Miles getting?
Depends if he catches the first one.
Yeah.
Bobby's trying to talk some smack on Luca. Don't do it.
Yeah, he's starting.
He
to
always
get
does
the first
that,
time.
but he never tells us his team. If it's the Sixers, he has no right to talk. I'm sorry.
What's going on over there, man? Why you got to put it like 4 times?
I don't know.
Lindy ends on Luca. Who's Bobby's team?
It looks like the Raptors. The Raptors.
Oh Lord!
No, I'm
Are
pretty-
you gonna
I'm
talk
pretty
as a
sure-
Raptors fan?
I'm pretty sure that's a Bobby Philly fan, and he changed his name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember Eagles versus Browns opening game? Brandon Whedon getting caught under the American flag when they were doing the opening ceremony. Yeah.
Me and Lindy actually have a stream today.
Let me ask you guys:
No.
what's more likely to happen? Devontae and Quez look like some studs, or Devontae and Rager look like some studs?
So, wow, I don't know. That's a tough one. I think that's going to be. I think that's going to be really predicated on how dominant Devontae Smith's going to be in this game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how can I put it? I mean, it's pretty simple. I think it's just going to be how impactful Devontae Smith is going to be. Now, is this going to does this say that we don't trust Quez or Jalen to get open on their own? No, it doesn't.
Right.
But we
I'm
got
just talking for this game.
We got the aura of the Heisman winner on this football team, and it's going to be. I think that's going to be like Devontae Smith versus Kyle Pitts. I think that's what's going to. I think that's going to be the ultimate comparison on Sunday as to who outdoes whose defense. But no, I think going into this game, I really trust Rager is going to show us a different kind of player. He's been talking about it all camp. Between press conferences and actually showing what he can do with those crazy catches. Like I think he's going to show us that he's actually a first round pick. And then shout out to Quez. He's he came out of nowhere, man. He really came out of nowhere after that late resurgence last year when Jalen needed somebody. But if I had to pick, something's telling me to go with Rager over Quez, but they're going to be
okay. And Slay?
I gotta say Devontae and Quez because honestly, I think they'll do screens in this game. And since Quez is in the slot, he'll probably have to match up against Deion Jones here and there. Maybe as a linebacker versus receiver. We know who's winning that matchup. It's Quez. But if you use Quez in like the spring game, that'll get him going, and then it's going to set up a lot of matches down the field for Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert and Ertz and Sanders. How Sanders can find holes to get the ball. And same thing with Gainwell. So I think it's going to be Devontae and Quez.
What's up, Waylon? How you doing, man? Thanks for the shout out. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like before you take off. Yeah, we're just going over, that Cowboys game yesterday, and what's to come from it, and then a little bit of Atlanta, talking about Quez and who's going to be more standout in the game. And I think I'm going with Quez and Devontae. I think from the tape they have on Rager that it's not enough to scare the defense on Atlanta, and they don't have too much on Quez and Devontae. So I think they're going to kind of just be on them a little bit more to, pick your poison on the routes and all that stuff. Obviously, Devontae's going to look like a stud with his route running, and if you get Quez open, he's gone, man. You already seen what he did with just a little slam pass from Joe Flacco, man. So the other thing too is that what kind of points do you think can be accomplished with being this kind of be like our kind of preseason-ish game? What kind of points do you think we could really realistically put up? I'm thinking 21, 24 is the max that we can do. And we can still win with that. But what do you guys think? You think we can
the max? You think it's going to be 21 to 24? That's the max for you?
For the Eagles team to score, yeah.
Wow, that's surprising. I mean, I think the max to me is like at least 30 plus points.
For the first,
we're pretty close.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 26-20 though. I think the max is 30 plus points. So I say 26.
I mean, here's the thing. Our offensive line is way better than the Falcons' defensive line, so we can't go into this game expecting to have as much success one-dimensionally as Dallas did against Tampa. We're going to want to establish running the football, and the same goes for the Falcons because their head coach is Arthur Smith, who had the luxury of having Derrick Henry for a couple of years. So we know how aggressive he can be with running the football, and I think this is going to be a battle of who can establish their run first, and whoever wins that will have the advantage in time of possession. And then I think that'll get Jalen Hurts in a comfortable position to be able to sling that rock when he sees Quez getting open deep, or if Rager gets a nice cut over the middle on a cross, or Devontae breaking somebody's ankles. But for us to have the most success, we need to get Miles started, and then that way we can probably throw a little bit of Boston in there and a little bit of Kenny Gainwell as a bit of a mix-up. Get just to keep the Falcons guessing. I think that would be our best shot here, is to keep the Falcons defense on a guessing game, because we have a lot of weaponry at our disposal, but it's how it's going to be used against the Falcons defense.
So I'm like, dude, I'm in shock that you guys are. See, the thing is, I would go with that, but it's just like I can't do it because I haven't seen enough of them in a rhythm yet for me to even go there with even getting close to 30. But dude, if that happens, man, oh my God, that means that they are connecting like you won't believe, man. That's going to be awesome. Even just scoring 30, even if it's in a loss, I'll be very impressed, because I'm going to be like, wow, they did 30 on Atlanta. Like, I know Atlanta's not some world beater on defense, but just because we're so young, guys. That's where I'm like, we are so young. We got some vets in there, but to already slaying 30, I'll be pretty happy with that, even if it's in a loss, even though I don't expect us to lose. But I'll be very impressed with that. And if that does happen, man, the future is going to be looking good for the first month and even to the second month of football for us, because I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit of sluggish. You know how I was watching Tampa in the beginning, their defense was just looking horrible as me and Fuego and Uncensored were watching yesterday. I thought they played like crap in the beginning, but I'm cool, man. If you guys nail it, man, when we talk next time, I'll be giving you guys the props. But I'm more of like this game's going to be a 24, 21, something like that, or even a 17-19. But I'll take it. I'll take it because I'm definitely tired of these Atlanta fans, opening their mouth saying that, well, you can't do this in Atlanta. We've had these close calls where freaking Butterfingers dropping the ball on a home run touchdown. That's all.
Years ago.
That's over and done with.
This is the thing, though. This is the thing, though. Going into week one, I think this is one of the matchups that the Eagles wanted. Historically, statistically, from history, the Falcons had one of, if not the worst, defense when it came to passing. I think they had one of the worst, if not the worst, passing defense last year, and then this year they really didn't get any better. So this is a situation the Eagles have to love. Especially with the amount of speed that they have on the outside now. And like I said, it's just going to come down to how well we utilize all of that. But of course, we can't go into this thinking that we're going to be a well-oiled machine. I think the defense is going to struggle a little bit more in terms of communication and execution, but we have to expect some errors to be made since we have a lot of new faces between players and coaches.
And it's only the first game. So you don't really expect too many points unless you're Kansas City or Dallas or Tampa or Green Bay or Buffalo, something like that. You don't expect.
I think Tampa put a really high amount of trust on their secondary yesterday. It seemed they played more man than zone. I think that's what killed them. So
they had to adjust after their main guy went down at the beginning of the game.
Their main guy is Carlton Davis. Davis is the guy that covered Amari Cooper on most of the plays. And he still
they still had Winfield Jr. as help.
Yeah, he's the same.
Him and Carlton Davis. That's it.
Yeah.
But they lost one of their starting corners, did they not?
Murphy Bunting.
Bunting Murphy was their number one.
That's what I'm saying.
No, Davis is their number one.
And you lose one of your main starters like that, and you don't have depth behind him, so to speak. You have to sort of change the game plan a little bit. You have to tweak it. You have to try to see what's gonna kind of work better out there, And for the most part, Dak was feasting. He threw the ball damn near 60 times yesterday. That is crazy. I couldn't believe that. I don't know what Mike McCarthy is thinking. I don't know. I really, really don't know. I don't know. There's no way Dak's shoulder is going to last a whole season throwing that much. It's really not.
No,
you got to understand where the Cowboys were coming from while doing that. Zeke, they kind of knew that he was. Yeah, I'm just saying. The Cowboys
they're very unbalanced on offense yesterday. I understand that.
The Cowboys understood that Tampa's defense was really good in terms of the run game, like the run defense. So they relied on one thing, and the one thing that Tampa was bad in last year, other than the Super Bowl, of course, was their secondary. And their secondary, other than those two players, Carlton Davis and Antoine Winfield Jr., who's a safety. So Carlton Davis was the only guy covering out there. He was going to get beat because you can't beat three receivers. You can't guard three receivers. That's good. That's very hard. So what their game plan was to go in there and throw the ball as many times as they can and to avoid blitzes. And Dak looked a little nimble. And he kind of did. He still can't run the best, but he's getting out there. Yeah.
No, he was very... Yeah, he was very fluid in the pocket. I didn't see any issues in his footwork in the pocket, but you knew that he's still. I don't know if he has complete 100% trust in that ankle because you didn't see him scramble as much. I think I only see him scramble once or twice, and for the most part, he stayed in structure of the pocket and picked apart that defense. And and this is not going to be
Yeah.
a recipe for success going forward for Dallas, for them to be as
Mm-hmm.
one-dimensional as they are, for the amount of money that Ezekiel Elliott was given, and for him to still have under 15 carries that game, that's not very good. Like, between him and Tony Pollard, that's a pretty good tandem of dynamic of a running back room that they have, and they still weren't able to get either of them established. So
Right, they didn't even have 15. They didn't even have 15 carries combined between the two of them.
Yeah, they're not going to be. If they don't get the run going with Zeke, then they're not going to be a very good team, because not every team is going to allow Dak to throw close to 60 times. I mean, we've seen what that did to the Eagles last year with Carson throwing on average. It seemed like he almost always threw more than 40 times.
It was like 50 times a game.
Yeah, it was
but Carson's more mobile.
So
yeah, Carson. I mean, I think Carson's a little more like a guy that can get out of the pocket if he has to. With Dak, he can just stay in that pocket and just sling it for 60 times.
Carson did do a lot of that in 16, to be fair.
Yeah, but Carson's just not. I don't know if he's like a pocket passer. I think Jalen's a little bit of a better pocket passer than him. He can stay in there and just sling it a little better.
Well, even just moving out and able to throw on the run.
Yeah, that's what Carson's.
Jalen can do that all day.
But his scrambling isn't also what it used to be either.
Yeah, I in that too.
Well, the benefit that Jalen has in contrast to Carson is that Jalen, up to this point, knock on wood, has not suffered a significant injury due to scrambling. So he doesn't have those kind of demons that Carson has for the last few years, which limits his security scrambling.
Hey, Bobby, don't spam the chat, man. I know you're just messing around, but don't spam the chat, bro. That's why I put
leave Lindy alone, bro. He's gone through a lot this summer. Leave him alone, man. He's gone through a lot this offseason, man. Luka is not overrated. Yeah, Luka is not overrated, and the Eagles the Eagles did him terribly last year, so leave him alone.
But okay, so like so what kind of numbers do you think? What do you expect as far as throwing numbers for Jalen? You want him in the 30-35 category? I would say, and then mix that in with the run, because I don't know how comfortable I'll be if he's throwing 40 right now. What do you guys say?
It's going to definitely be determined by how well we run the football. I think a comfortable number for Hurts as far as throwing is probably going to be at max maybe 32. But I want to see what Miles is capable of. After that horrible year 2 that he had, this is Miles' opportunity to show that he's the number one back of this football team, especially with Boston Scott is still here. Some of us did not vote Boston Scott to be on this team. Kenny Gainwell is now the number 3. Even with Jordan Howard on the practice squad, and it's crazy that he and John Hightower and guys like that were protected, and Travis Fulgham was not. But that's another story. But this game, to me, I'm excited about Hurts, and I do want to see him throw the football and see how dynamic he can be. But we're looking for a running back for the future, since Shady McCoy, realistically, and Miles needs to be that guy. So I want him to start off strong.
Yeah, I do too. I wouldn't be very comfortable with Jalen throwing any more than like 30 to 35 times max, right around where Lindy said. I think that's going to be, a lot like Lindy said too. It's going to depend heavily on how we establish the run early, and if we are able to do that, that's going to take a lot of pressure off of Jalen. So it's going to reduce his number of attempts, obviously, especially if Miles and the running back crew are able to get some big chunk yardage, and get us down the field, get us in scoring range, and then Jalen can just kind of feed off of that. The wide receivers, the tight ends can just kind of work the middle of the field at that point. And I mean,
30 touches. Wow.
Is that pass catching and carries combined?
I think so.
Stop.
Touches, yeah.
He ain't reaching 30 carries, not this early.
Holy
That's
hell.
45. That's a hell of a running game to open.
Yeah,
I
damn.
don't think we've even seen. What
I
is
would
the
say that's
highest
combined.
number for Sanders?
Yeah, he said touches instead of carries, so I would have to assume that's combined. Which, yeah,
Right.
that's fair. That's fair. Yep, he confirmed.
Bro, I'm
Thank you,
first-
Waylon. Yep, that's
In
fair.
all honesty, man,
30's
I
possible.
No, Waylon, run on first down.
Yeah, run.
Establish the run
I
first.
see 25 to 28 throws for Jalen week 1.
Okay.
I think I'll be excited just to see 15-20. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but I'm just like so used to not seeing running, dude. I'm like, I don't even know what to do because we haven't seen it such a long time, dude.
Yeah, I could see a throwing stat line for Jalen to be about like 18 of 30 or 19 of 31. I could see something like that. I think that's pretty fair for his first game, but it's going to depend on how much we have to run the football.
Literally, I feel like the last time I felt like our running game was legit was when we went to Green Bay and it was Howard and Sanders. And we were
Mhm.
it was thunder and lightning, I was calling it. And I was so excited. I was like, dude, finally, damn Doug Peterson is going to establish a run. And we got thunder and lightning. And then you know what happens? He freaking goes away from it. And then I don't think he even played Howard that much anymore. It was
That
so
was how
He still played him in the Bills game. That Bills game.
that was more
Howard put on that nasty block in the Bills game that let Miles break away for like an 80-some yard touchdown. That was a nasty block. It was him and Ertz on that play. That it was two key blocks there, and I'm glad Jordan Howard's still on this team. But it's a shame to see what what happened to Kerryon Johnson. Man, he just could not. He could not just bounce back from that meniscus, and it's a shame. So now he's without a job right now.
Well, listen, man, I gotta go check my chicken. So, I just wanted to stop on here real quick, but I'll leave you with my Hurts predictions. I didn't say choke my chicken. I said check my chicken.
Oh, I'm like, what?
Had to make sure there.
I'm like, what?
Check.
Did he say
I saw
choke my
Foothill's
chicken?
face. I saw Foothill's face next to me. He was like, what?
I'm like,
And I was like, I didn't say choke.
Where's the Wagyu?
Choke my
Right?
chicken.
I'm gonna go
What you gotta
Wagyu my
do?
chicken.
Wagyu.
Wagyu my chicken, yes. But no, I'm gonna leave you with this one, man. 22 for 28, 320 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Woohoo.
There you go.
I like that. I like that. That's beautiful to me. I mean, we're probably winning by at least 14 points.
That's 2 passing and 1 rushing touchdowns.
When you're massaging your chicken, uncensored.
Yeah, I'll be listening to that song while I do it.
Bruh.
I appreciate you stopping by, man.
No problem, guys. Appreciate you. Hey, Lindy, good seeing you, my guy.
Yeah. Likewise, AK. Glad to be back on here.
In the building.
Yes, sir. I'll be back on later, guys. See you later.
All right, okay.
Peace out, Brody.
Yeah, so E-Rock and the boys, they're hosting a tailgate event over there, and I wish I was there. I wish I was there, man. I just feel the energy, but man, football's back, guys. I like it's almost hitting me, but not quite yet. I know Sunday, I'm gonna look at was it Fox 11? All the guys on there do that comedy skit and all that. Who's in, who's out, all the predictions and all that stuff, and then I think. Hearing that sound, the Fox.
I got chills. Sunday Night Football song. The Sunday Night Football song always gives me chills, bro. Like, oh my god, we're not even gonna be on primetime football this year. So,
and then when I see
Monday night, week 3,
when we see,
I'm talking about like Sunday Night Football.
We'll get flexed. Don't worry, we'll start stacking some wins. We'll get flexed.
When we see all our buddies in the tailgate, we're gonna be like this.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, I can't wait, man, to see everybody in their Eagle jerseys. I'm gonna have my flags rocking. I'm be on the
We're
freeway.
going 17, baby. Let's go.
All right, I think
I'm
Jalen's gonna go. My numbers for Jalen are gonna be 23 of 30 for 255 yards and 2 touchdowns in the air.
I think it's gonna be like 2 tutties in the air, one rushing touchdown and 264 yards.
And then hopefully we see Devontae in the end zone.
Be Devontae.
Hopefully Devontae's doing that in the end zone.
It's gonna be Devontae and Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert's gonna go out with nuts in this game. Y'all watch out, man. Goedert's gonna go crazy.
Yes, sir. Green Bay game in 2019, week 4 was formula. Jordan Howard and Sanders screen game mixed in with Jeffrey and Ertz. Yeah, man. You know, and then how are you guys feeling about the whole Zach Ertz comeback? And did you guys see that Jason Kels, freaking his hair's blonde now? Did you guys?
He went blonde too. That's funny.
Oh my god, Ertz!
Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude, where's my card? That's all I could think about is, dude, where's my card?
Yeah,
You know what? I'm gonna call this right now, dude. Check this out. If the Eagles start winning and doing all these great things, I'm gonna see the fans dyeing their hair blonde. I know that's gonna happen. And if they're if I'll call it right now, if we win this division, I'm gonna dye my beard blonde, bro. I'm gonna join the.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I would love to see you play with some blonde hair right there, man.
It definitely can, but I don't want to get myself in that predicament. So let's not do that.
Come on, man. Okay, how about just like a little blonde streak right there? You could spray it.
I don't even know about that. Maybe I'll do something else. Who knows?
All right, I'm gonna order you a blonde wig. How about that? A blonde?
Oh, sure, I'll come on and wear it. I'll do that.
We're gonna have to go blonde. If this team starts putting it together and win the division, we're going blonde, man. I'm calling.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Big Play's gonna look like old school Odell.
He's gonna be like that.
You know what I've heard? People have actually compared me to Kyler Murray. I don't know where they see it.
Oh,
really?
I don't get it.
We need a side by side.
Just do me a favor. Like, don't ever get that bull ring like Zeke Elliott. That thing looks,
God.
That thing looks horrible. Don't get that. Don't ever get that ring.
I won't.
If you get that ring on your nose, I'm gonna take you fishing. And
Zeke has more piercings in his nose than he'll get big contracts in the NFL.
Bro, that dude has more piercings than my age. Clap back at my age.
All right, so realistically, guys, how do we stop Matt, old school Ryan? You know, I want to send him on his farewell tour. So what needs to happen? What does his defense need to do to shut down Matty Ice? What do you guys want to see from our defense?
Simple pressure.
Yeah, up the middle. Pressure up the middle.
Matt Ryan's a stationary quarterback, man, like Tom Brady. It's the same philosophy. The Falcons do not have the offensive line to contain a D line like the Eagles. And now, you know, this year in contrast to last year, week 1 we did not have Javon Hargrave next to Fletcher Cox. That's going to be a massive difference going into this game. Now that them two have played with each other for the amount of time that they had, you know, getting that chemistry in and training camp and everything. And Hargrave has been one of the talks of camp, one of the best players consistently all around as far as that defense goes and in general. So this game is going to be one in the trenches.
I agree with Lindy. You know, we have a ton of money tied up between Hargrave and Cox. Those guys have to, especially Hargrave, they have to start producing on the field. And by doing so, a way we get to Matt Ryan, get pressure up the middle, get pressure with the defensive line without bringing blitzes. I mean, yeah, I want to see them blitz too, but we may not need to. You know, we may be able to get pressure with the front four, and then that all trickles down. You know, it's like a domino effect with the defense. You get pressure with your defensive line, that's going to alleviate issues with your secondary. It's going to make your secondary look better. It's going to alleviate problems like McLeod being out. You know, Rodney McLeod's going to be out Sunday, so it looks like it's Kevon Wallace's time to step up. So we're going to see.
I mean, Jonathan Gannon said it yesterday at his press conference, and I love I love the intelligence in his approach going into this game. He's already talked about
What's up,
the
Ryan? How you doing, man?
that,
Make sure you hit that like for me and subscribe. Thank you so much.
no
Shout
doubt.
out to Ryan, new sub right there. Thank you.
You know, JG has already talked about the kind of quarterback that Matt Ryan is, and he compared him a little bit to Tom Brady and how the two of them are stationary and they will pick you apart if your defense lets them. But he said that he's not going to want him to just figure out, he's not going to want to limit him to figuring out things post snap. He wants him to get confused pre snap too, and I hope to see a little bit of that with our disguises that we've been hearing for the longest time in the implementation of a Mike Zimmer Minnesota Vikings style of defense that Gannon is bringing over to Philly. So I'm pretty excited about that. But again, just keep Matt Ryan on his toes and relentless pressure. And Gannon said it himself, pressure isn't defined by just the defensive line itself, trying to penetrate the O-line. So
all right, thanks, AM. That's AM's backup account. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. What's up, Mitchard? Sherman's in the building. What? I see you out there trying to attack Cop Pizzle, man, but
Hey, I'm in the fantasy draft.
Let Uncensored get him first.
Hell no, seriously no. But dude, I don't want to go in on a freaking call-in. No.
Pizzle's a coward.
Yeah.
Call-in means that the host can remove you at any time.
Yeah, but
go on to that person.
Man, I was going against two freaking giant Smurfs that they're making fun of Donovan. I said Donovan McNabb is probably the best Eagles quarterback in franchise history. They started laughing at me. They're like, "Oh my God, he's not even close to. He was never an MVP. Blah blah blah. He never threw for over 30 touchdowns. I was like, dude,
he led us to 4 straight NFC championship,
or even better than.
Yeah, he's still not better than Randall Cunningham though.
I think that Donovan McNabb honestly was a better quarterback than Eli Manning. Eli Manning had the greatest defense to back him up, and that's how he won those Super Bowls, man. I mean, I don't care.
Based on lucky catches as well.
Yeah.
How do you remember that catch? The guy
you got to give him that.
Exactly. But yeah, they were trying to laugh at me, calling me idiot and everything because they said Donovan McNabb. Yes, I love Randall Cunningham. But overall career, I would have to go with McNabb because he did more for the franchise, playoff wins, NFC Championship, blah, 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 blah. And he didn't have – I mean, he had what? He had T.O. for one freaking year, dude. He did that with freaking average receivers, guys.
Yeah, we had Todd Pinkston.
He had a hobbled T.O. in the Super Bowl.
Right.
And T.O. still ate.
With his cryogenically fixed leg.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, speaking of Cop, that little dirtbag over there, he also thinks that Denver Broncos is such a good team that this is like the bar for the Giants. So he says if they beat Denver, if they beat Denver, he thinks this is just going to set the NFC East on fire. That he's going to.
Way to set that bar high, Kai.
I don't get
Way to
that
set
at
that
all.
bar real high for your team, Piz. Way to set that bar real high. Yeah, because Denver's going to be like third place in the AFC West.
Exactly.
Okay, so he wants to say Denver is the team that is the bar, but it's the bar for the Giants. But are you kidding me? They're losing. Bradley Chubb is out. A couple of players on that defense is out. And you're gonna tell me that's the bar? Like that's the highest bar you can go? Like you could have picked Kansas City, Tampa. That's the bar you want to set? Hell, Dallas fans, if they beaten Tampa yesterday, that's an actual bar set. But you want to say freaking Denver?
Maybe he's doing it for the quarterback play. Maybe he's saying that Daniel Jones is about as good as Teddy Bridgewater or Drew Lock. Yeah, maybe that's where he's setting the bar. Right.
Honestly, I was at the dinner last night with my buddy for his birthday, and he told me something interesting that the Giants are looking to trade Saquon Barkley to the Ravens for multiple first-round picks. He showed me the proof and
There's
everything.
no way that's gonna happen. He's a running back. Why would they trade him?
Because the Ravens don't have a running back.
James is in the chat. James guy, what's good, bro?
No way. No.
If that's exactly what I told him. I'm like, dude, are you high? Because that's never going to happen. But if it does,
would be more likely to go after a backup running back like Kenyon Drake or like James Conner or somebody like that.
Bring in Latavius Murray.
They did. You're right. Yeah, and they have Bell too.
And they also got Devontae Freeman.
And
they also have Lamar Jackson, who's a running back, basically. So, yeah, he's a running back one. And then you got those other guys.
Yeah, they're not really like a running back. Really, I mean, yeah, they had a lot of injuries, but the way that their offense runs, like big play just slay, they're not like a big running back needy team. You know what I mean?
Well, they just got Rashad Bateman, so they're going to use him as the receiver one.
Yeah, they lost 3 running backs.
Yeah.
3.
And does someone have a backup count on
in a corner?
Yeah, they lost Peters too. That's a big loss.
On back-to-back plays.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's horrible.
Gonna be a long year for Ravens fans, I think.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, man, they're going through what the Niners went through last year because everyone expected the Niners to be good last year. Like, especially after winning not winning the Super Bowl. I mean, going to the Super Bowl. After going to the Super Bowl, you'd expect that team to be really good. But injuries derailed them. And then, they start to crumble, just like we've done the last 3 to 4 years. I mean, the Niners had that problem last year, and we've had that problems for several years now. You have expectations, and then it gets drastically killed because of injuries.
These Cowboy fans are killing me. They keep crying and crying about that missed offensive pass interference call on the last drive. You know what? I am sick of hearing that. You guys should have kept the ball, run the ball till the clock was at the very end, kicked the field goal, and left Tom Brady no time.
Okay, that wasn't awesome.
You guys had it smack in your hand. The victory was right in Dallas's hand, and they couldn't do it. So I don't want to hear the crying anymore.
They still should have won that game, though. Honestly, I think they should have definitely won that game. But
you think that was a push off on Chris Godwin? Honestly,
yes, 1,000%. There's no way you can't say it's not. 1,000,000,000%.
There's a little bit of a flop there. I can't say push off. There's a little bit of a flop. He tried to sell it. But no.
I agree with Lindy. That was the cornerback looked like he got hit by a tidal wave. I mean,
hey man, it's okay.
Shot by a sniper.
Because Chris Godwin got me a lot of points in fantasy. Tom Brady got me points in fantasy. I'm happy.
I have Godwin in one league and Gronk in another.
Yeah,
bro,
Tom Brady.
You know what I did?
I had the Buccaneers defense in 2 leagues.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Good shout out there, Waylon. Yeah. The Ravens are not going to have Rashad Bateman and Miles Boykin until at least week 4.
Yep, that is true.
I think back on the first, the Ravens put the 2 of them on IR. I think Rashad's injury was non-contact, which sucks. And then between him and Miles Boykin, they might not see them until the earliest, which is week 4. So.
Yeah, so I was really pissed yesterday because in one of my sleeper leagues, and I think it was in someone's league, right? So this guy's league, I benched Amari Cooper for Keenan Allen, and Keenan Allen still hasn't played against Washington yet. But I was so pissed because Cooper could have gotten me so much points, and Gallup got injured too, and he was on my lineup.
I have a feeling a lot of players are going to get injured this year. Yeah, not going to worry, but I just have that feeling.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know about that because we've been set up. We've been set up a little bit better in the off season. I mean, teams got into their almost normal kind of training camp. But yeah, at the same time, is it throwing some of them off a little bit? Between the some vaccination mandates and stuff like that, with them having to be in a bit more tip top shape earlier. Yeah, it could throw them off a little, but I don't know. I don't think a lot of teams are going to want to go through what they did last year. Especially San Fran. So yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not gonna go there yet, but we will see.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to end this stream because my internet's acting real bad right now.
That's a bummer.
My internet just took. Wait. I don't know. Well, go if it messes up, I'm gonna end it. But can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, it's still messing up.
I mean,
you guys keep cutting in and out, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not even sure.
He is one subscriber
Oh,
away from 250 though.
Wow.
Yeah.
I fell.
Mitch
so
looks frozen. Are you frozen?
behind
Or are you
that.
just not moving?
We didn't fall that much behind
No,
my
good.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm good. So I had the.
All right, guys. I'm gonna end because
Oh, you're ending it?
this thing is just acting like a fool right now. But I appreciate you guys tuning in.
Of course.
Yep.
I'll send you the link, Wendy.
I bet. Take care, everybody.
Yep.